this change bench tops. Think so. Stickity bum, be the fee, ride the fall, fit, and come here, comes the Peter Piper. I bet up Pinocchio's down, the super califragilistic, oopsie daisy. Yo, I got the crazy Tracy with the gravy. Who wants the gravy? So 1, 2, buckle my shoe, cabadoo, cabity, who, crack a boom, drink a drink. If I don't, boy, fetch. No pork sausages, Mom. Please. I think my whole sound went out. I'm gonna have to do something about that, though. Sorry if my sound got weird. Trying to work out a new system. So I'm gonna try to reset those, and yeah, I'm gonna swap desks real quick. But like I said, be real quick, like. It's good to have a convertible. That works. Now the reason I changed is because this particular desk, set up for that. That's good. And that's what we want. That's what we need today. Better. Alright. I'm not gonna stall you out. I'm just trying to get set up, everybody. Good. We're gonna work on this handle. I can't leave it like that. It's too plain. Way too plain. And as soon as my computer boots all the way up, I'll be able to see your comments and stuff. If I even have people in this chat. And if I do, welcome. And thank you for showing up and hanging out and being here. Because I need you. I'm not going to pretend that I don't. And it took a long time for YouTube to get me to you. So I'm grateful that you're here. But I think today I want to work on figuring out what I can do with that handle there. I think drill, and a bit or two, and I'm definitely gonna need some teeny tiny chiseling. So I think that's what we are in for today. But we're gonna have to do some practicing because I don't know how to do a lot of that stuff, and we're gonna have to learn it together somewhat. I got some of these interesting little chisels here that I've never really used. I don't even know what they do. I see what I imagine they should do in theory, but I don't even know. But we're gonna work on some of those today too, because we're gonna try to figure out, like, this is a nice handle. This is a nice head, and this is a nice 7-piece wedge system that I think I invented. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the first person, but this handle is crazy plain. And that was okay for a while, and by a while I mean while I was working on this stuff. But now it's just too plain. If it's in this giveaway, it's got to be better than this, right? So let's figure out how to make it better. Little ant came over here and wanted me to send him to his next life. All right, I got a whole Harbor Freight ad on my over there on the side of the chat. That's dope. Okay. I'm gonna speak. Let me go see everybody. Heather, the first in here. I appreciate it. Good morning. Runic says, my dude, that is splendid looking. I appreciate that, Runic. I especially appreciate that from Runic. Runic only makes beautiful things. If you haven't known, go over there and check it out. Miss Heather is over there representing Dad's workshop. So if you get an opportunity to go over there, he is doing a mallet giveaway. I think it's still going on. I'm not 100% sure. But Miss Heather, you can let us know if that's still going on. Either way, go over there. It's a good channel. And if I were you, I would go for the membership, because you get so much more over there. It's a smorgasbord. I don't like to look at the same stuff all the time. So I love to see depth of field, so to speak. And Calvin's got a lot of it over there. Runic said, oh, Ghost of JT Walsh says, what is it, a giant mallet? I don't know about giant. Like, I'm a pretty small-handed guy, so it's more or less one of my smaller mallets. That's a little bigger, but I wouldn't call it giant. But thank you, Ghost of JT Walsh. I appreciate you showing up. Heather says normal size mallet, forced perspective, but it would be lit if it were a giant mallet. I see it now that he grabbed it. Okay, JT. Well, thanks for hanging. Carrie Crew, what's up? How you doing? Jacob says, nice hammer. I appreciate that. Bad Dragon says, that one's nice. Man, I appreciate that too. So what we're going to do is try to make this one nicer. But we've already got that wedge in there. We've already got this thing locked in. There's a little glue in there. And I am not going to ruin it by practicing on it. Usually I'll do that. But in this case, I've got more material. So what I want to do is figure out how to make a heart in this round thing, and which is going to look better, a recessed heart in there or a recessed heart in there with a layover that's been rounded and smoothed out, but you know, just follows the contour of the thing. But I don't know. I've never done it before. That's kind of the basis of this whole channel, is very experimental, including my lighting. So let's see if we can figure out how to make something happen with this thing. Maybe we can do that without spraining my neck. The first part of our experiment, and feel free to chime in if you've done anything like this and have suggestions. I'm probably not near the best carver in this channel. And so you will find that I highly rely on the people that show up to keep me from fucking up stuff. I don't know if I want to go that high. I want to hit it down low where I don't have to worry about ruining too much material. I think I'm going to start with this side. So if I go like, right, and we all know how a heart's made, right? Couple circles. And that looks like that might not be too bad. Back side of the chisel, right there in the same spot. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this without some sort of holding system. We'll get around to that in time. But in the meantime and in between times, you do your thing and I'll do mine. All right. Carrie Crew says, I need to get more into woodworking. I've been learning a lot of OVIF leatherworking lately. You'd love the one I made of our... Okay, that's what's up, Carrie. Leatherworking is nice. I'd like to get into some of that later. Bad Dragon said, you'd love the one I made out of hornbeam. Natural curved handle, simple wedge, hard as aluminum and tough as nails. Now, if you happen to be in the UK, not aluminum, it's aluminium. Carrie Crew, if you mix leather and woodworking, you can make amazing stuff. I know. I was just talking to Calvin about that kind of thing this morning. I think I want to get into some leather stuff too. Maybe some upholstery stuff too. But I don't know if YouTube's going to like it. Often they don't like my diversification. When I did a fishing video, they did not put it out. Good morning. We got another day with another chance. God bless, Mr. West. Growing me, I appreciate it, and you couldn't have said it better. Carrie Crew says a big reason I want to. There's some sheath designs that require both to function, and they're absolutely gorgeous if done right. Oh, yeah, that's very true, Carrie. Christopher D says hi. And Carrie Crew says you can make pressure holding system with 2x4s. Just push down and it locks. Good stuff. Where you located? I am in Atlanta, Georgia. Technically, I'm in Douglasville, Georgia. But, you know, it's hard to explain that to people. I live in the woods right next to the city. Is a nice way to say it. If y'all can see that okay, I don't know if you can. Let me look in here. You can't see Jack. All right, there we go. So, if this works, there's one thing that happens is for sure, if I recess, I have to go down further than than those holes that Forstner bit's gonna make. But if I fill those holes, maybe with epoxy, the whole opening with an epoxy, that could work. I could try to cut wood that'll go in there. Certainly willing to give that a shot too. But right now, we're just waiting on the mechanic to say, hey, Wes, come get your truck. Go to work. So my clients will not feel like I have abandoned them. Oh. For those who are new here, I am a full-time remodeling contractor. And have been for 30 plus years. Look at that, I chipped a little piece. Oh, that's not a chip, that's just wood grain. But just thought I'd give you some explanation of why my hands look like this so you don't get disgusted and run away. All right, let's see what we can do. Lynchburg, Virginia says Bad Dragon, not too far away. Hey, another person from ATL. I'm working in Woodstock, but I'm from Austell, Douglasville area, says Carrie Crow. What? I am in Douglasville. Literally live in Douglasville, Carrie Crew. Good to see you. Good to have a neighbor. I be inviting people to the shop too. If you're a woodworker, you can come over here and hang out. So I can steal your ideas. Evil laughter. But so serious. Okay, I got combined wood, epoxy, and wood insert ideas. How about mixing quality sawdust into epoxy? Ooh, that is a great idea, yo. Yo. I'm going to show y'all something, right? Because on this channel, first off, heart to hearts. Heart to hearts. That's how we have to do that. I did do some epoxy stuff the other day if you came on this live. And it's working on my cane. And boy, did it make a mess. A mess. It is a mess. However, it still is holding kind of our backup ideal, which is this whole section to be black. So I'm going to go back in with some dye. I'm going to go back in with some sanding and polishing and hopefully make something of this that'll be unique and do more than just salvage it. But that is, to date, most epoxy I've ever mixed and put on anything because it kind of rubs me the wrong way. I like epoxy as a glue and maybe as a finish, but I don't like it as a building material, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because I'm a carpenter, and most carpenters get very weird about anything other than wood in a build or in a structure, and I'm one of those guys. Des Workshop says, out in Lynchburg. My cousin lived in Christiansburg and lived in Southside VA for a while. Man, if you ever want a collaboration, hit me up. I'm a machinist, welder, fabricator by trade, but also dabble in mechanics and woodwork and usually to test blueprints. Oh my God, Terry, dude. Carrie. I just had an opportunity to make best friends and I said your name wrong. Listen, absolutely 100%. I know nothing about welding, right? I don't even know any. I do know one welder. It's my ex-wife's new husband. And obviously, I'm not going to learn it from him. But, yo, I would love to do some collabo stuff. Also, one of the things that I am not is a mechanic. One of the things that I get zero satisfaction from is working on my trucks. But I have a fetish for old trucks because that's all I ever own. So, man, yeah, if you need a friend who needs you more than you need him, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. Heather used to live out in Harrisonburg. Mountains were gorgeous, but dabble. For real though, Carrie Crew, we should exchange information at some point. westdoesit@gmail.com is my email if you do want to reach out. Until I get another one, because Jesus, I got to get more emails. Yeah. And you know, I'm a carpenter by trade. I'm not necessarily a woodworker. beyond what you see here on YouTube. So absolutely, it'd be great to know some people who actually know some stuff about what I'm doing here. I don't have to fly in the dark as everything. As soon as I can get either a new generator to fix mine, I'll definitely show you around the welder. And yeah, I fell into mechanics for the money. Boy, it's a lot of it, because my mechanic, yo, I love him, so I'm glad to pay him. I'm glad to pay him. But I got to wait on him because he's always got a line. He's always got a line. That's how you know somebody who's dabbling and somebody who's like crushing it. And who's crushing it. Now let's see if we can figure out a way to hold this down while we make that epoxy. And what are we going to put in it? Oh, but we can also use one of these, try to do an insert. That could be dope. Let's make another hole and do that again. Let's make another hole. We'll at least be practicing, right? At the very least, we'll be practicing. And let me grab a way to hold this down real quick. Did that. So socialized. Get loose from the Great Lakes east to west side. And a hot tooth spit in the game. If you ain't getting paid. In the airways of the ATL claims my name. So, Mr. Maca Asa, are you still in the game? See, I get paid from the movement of my breath. I get summoned by the counselor to testify and bless something. Big Mac, like scripture is a fact. All right. I think that's going to be a reasonable way to hold it down. Jeez, I'm just putting y'all in my personal business, though. All in my the money shots and whatnots. Maybe I get on the other side. All right, because this is practice, right? Allen Iverson said, this is practice. We're talking about practice? Just won this game in the championship. You talking to me about practice? We're just going to try these chisels to see what they do. Okay. That's not bad. Well, that ain't too tough. Let's see if we can make a heart out of this. Now again, we're just practicing. No big stress on it. Certainly running into our grain direction issues. That's going to be interesting on a round piece of wood. That almost adds another dimension, because not only does the grain turn, it turns literally. Let's see what this chisel does. I've never used this one before either. Let's give it a whack. What do you do? Okay. Gouging some ish. Let's see what it does without going into anything else. Let's just see how it does when it goes with the grain, what it's supposed to do. It's kind of a V shape. So imagine it just could dig out some material pretty good. These I've never sharpened, so I don't know if they're don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it or what I could even do with it. That I couldn't do with 2 narrow chisels. So I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like this one either. This one's making some nice straight lines though. That's kind of a, let's see if it'll go across the grain and do that too. Kind of does. So maybe that's something you could draw with or something. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Not a fan. Let's go to. Oh man, cords everywhere. Always. Alright, let's keep it simple. Go back to the basics. See if we can freestyle a little heart. Yeesh. Sorry. See if I can zoom and do better. Hold tight. I gotta get my hold up. Wait. For the wood, they be thinking it's soft. Come on. All right. All right. I apologize to the chat if I'm ignoring you. I'll be right over. I just can't see the chat while I'm seeing the knife. Please forgive me. Girl, I try to do right by you. Baby. Please forgive me, girl. This might be a circumstance where the needle files might come in handy. C&J, C&G pulls up and says, hey, Wes, how's it going, guys? What's happening? Bad Dragon says, Wes, that round stick might hold better in your vise and you can angle it. You're absolutely right. Problem is, I just like having this desktop space so that I can, you know, do all the other stuff and hold all the other stuff. Because without that, you know, I'm stuck with all my tools. I mean, I do have them holding down here on the magnet, but, you know what I'm saying. A V-block helps as well. Definitely got the V-blocks that I cut myself. But this is just, I know I'm going to be moving this around quite a bit. So if I can just get one thing to hold it, that's ideal. And there's less stuff in the way, you know. But I do have this stuff if I need it. So y'all on the right page. A Dremel would really help here. Holy moly macaroni. I forgot I got one. I friggin' bought it last week at the old Harbor of the Freights. Man. Yo, you really said something there. Bam. You really brought me back around to the realities of dirt. What a goof I am. Heck yeah, we're going to try a Dremel on that thing. Well, a Bauer, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And usually I don't, you know, usually I don't even go for the power tools. But that makes good sense, and I spent good money, so why not win? Let me see if I can find my bits. I got like a whole box of accessories for that thing. Okay. For the round corner, says Carrie Crew, listen, you don't have to sell me anymore. I am bought and paid for on that idea, partner. That has made all of the sense. And yeah. So here's a couple things I'm gonna do. Open up this box. Let me get you back a little bit. Back to life. I'm gonna get this out of my way for the time being. I'm just gonna move you over here. Just gonna move you over here. Suck in my gut. I gotta see if I can get my headset to lock back in. Use a small pointed bit if you have it, or a drum one. We all forget what we can do with what we have, and then we learn more what we can do. Absolutely, positively, dead ass B. But I got a question for you, because this is my first Dremel-like tool. I don't want to, you know, BS the brand over here. But out of this group, I'm assuming that these are for stones, so right? So I believe these are out of the question. I'm assuming those are for stones. I don't know. I've got no experience with this. But typically, when things are made of this kind of material, they're usually for stones or some kind of sharpening or something, but not usually for wood. So I would assume that these sanded opportunities are for that. But how do we plunge anything in and get a heart? You know what I mean? I don't know how we do that. I don't even know what this is. I'm just curious about it. Some sort of wax. Okay. I guess it's a polishing compound. Stones are for metal, says Bad Dragon. Use a small pointed if you have it, or a drum one. I've got these drums, I think. And they seem to come in these two sides. And then I've got these flappers, right, y'all. And then I've got these that look like they're probably for stones because they look like they're. Hold on, let me get this. Nah, I'm not getting that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about them. So take a quick look, and I gotta touch up my coffee. Cause look at this nonsense. I'm low, right? Arugula. And I need to get my earbuds to work so I don't have to yell across the shop. I always feel like the mail person is gonna come up outside to drop off the mail and hear me talking and be like, that guy's weird. And they'd be right. But, you know, I don't want them to think it. It could reflect poorly on my family. Please work, headsets. Please work. Okay, I'm good. We're good. We're good. All right. I think you can hear me. If you can, please, just let me know in the chat that you can hear me okay. Step one, coffee. Yeah, step one is always coffee. And look, I didn't even get the coffee. I checked my phone because I was getting texts from my clients who were like, where are you? Okay. I can't seem to remember. Says I can hear you. So that's awesome. And thank you for showing up. Listen, y'all. We're going to have to go get this coffee together. I'm sorry. We're going to have to go get this coffee together. Otherwise, this phone's going to disconnect. The headset's going to do something different. And then it's going to be all weird. And I have to come back and listen to me babbling some more. No, it's too much. But we can get coffee together. You and me. Welcome to the West Desert Kitchen. Kitchen corner. Get out of there, you. Yeah, I'm reusing this morning spoon, so what? Yes, I'm stirring the coffee with it too. Adjust my hat. And no, I'm not gonna add any more dairy to it because that would be a problem for us. You know what I kind of want to do though? Oh, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. You know what I'd like to do today? Maybe I will be able to, maybe I won't. Yes and no. I built that little station, that coffee station. I built that cabinet and cabinet above it. Don't judge me. This is my grill area, right? I love that grill. It's the cheapest grill you'll ever see, but I freaking love it. I know how to work it, right? And that's what I have to prep stuff on, which sucks. That's small and rickety. But then I brought all this wood out so that I could build a platform across there. Oh, I built these too. I built that. It's a little cuboid. Yeah, it opens up for storage and stuff. Then that one behind me too. And giant freaking spiders. I forgot about them. I built that chair. Y'all saw me build that chair. Um, but here's what I was gonna. Look how big this thing is right now. Yo, can you see that? Sheesh. They're everywhere. It's been like 2 days. 2 days. Hold on. I want y'all to see these enormous things. It's killed some bug right here. What is that? Dead in the thing. But look. Oh man, you can't see them. Big spiders. Look at this dude. He's shaking the freaking web. I'm trying to get a good shot of him without touching him. I'm almost touching it. But he's shaking my... Oh, bro. Look at that one. Look at my chain on the ceiling fan, how it's pulling. Spider webs have pulled it on both of these. And these gargantuan spiders. Listen, y'all gonna just have to see a side of West Desert that I wanted, maybe didn't want you to see. Maybe it, and I know y'all aren't here for this. Y'all are here for the woodwork. I know it. But gotta do what we gotta do. Oh, I put these lights in. I still gotta cover that hole. Yeah. This was an old house when I got it. All right. I'm gonna have to destroy some habitats. So, it is what it is. Get out of there. You, and you, and you. Everybody that looks like you. All of you. All of you. I know it. You're lucky I'm not killing you. You're lucky I'm not killing you. But listen, y'all gonna have to find a new place to set up shop. Challenge me in a lot of places. But you come after my grill, it's over with. All right, anyway, this slab of marble I've got is 6 feet long. It's 2 feet wide. I want to use that lumber to build the platform for it, so I can have a place to set up and prep and whatnot. Look at this monster. Look at this monster. Jeez. It's crazy. I can't leave this broom outside for my wife to deal with later. Scoundrels. I find the damn wolf spiders inside. Yuck. Oh man. Wolf spiders are spooky. Them things are fast too. I hate that. Shout outs to the cats. Lily is not interested in y'all. Khaleesi is probably hiding somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, she's hiding somewhere. Oh, this is a curved wall, if y'all ever interested in that. I built that on On a short, not a live though. It's like a 20-minute coffee run just upstairs. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But if you like and subscribe, you can go back, watch all the stuff, scroll through the nonsense that I'm doing right now. And we're back in the shop. Back in the shop, back in the shop. Okay. Try the silver bits closer to the wood. You're woodworking on grind out your shapes. Okay, let's see what we mean. Let's see. Let's go ahead and engage that conversation directly. The bits closer to the wood to grind out my shape. First, I need something that's going to hold these bits. I'm not sure if these little... What's supposed to hold these, though? Is that what these are? Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I will say I don't like a thing about the design on this tool. I don't like the fact that the stop button is in the same orientation as the power button. You could easily have this tool the wrong way and squeeze this thing and hit both at the same time and tear up the gears on the inside. You could easily be trying to fit your thing and accidentally push that, thinking that you're going to lock your blade and drill your finger off. That kind of stuff bothers me. I think it needs to be in a completely different space, or at least some sort of protective scenario. That's my criticism of this tool. I don't have another one yet. So far, so good, I should say. Put that on there. See, I was pressing it, expecting power. All right, let's see what it does. On the lid on my left. Over here? Oh, over here. Oh, you already said it. These will plunge, I think is what you mean. Got it. Got it. That'll make a little round. Oh, a little screw on the end will tighten the drum. I think before I do that, I'm going to see if this little ball accessory will make the round parts of my heart easy or better, efficiently, whatever that word should be. Put that there so I can lose it later. Put this in so I can work it right now. All right, I'm gonna put you back on the forward face camera. That should give us, or give you, a better view. That's fast work. That's such fast work, it spoil you and make you want to try to do more than that tip should do. But I think I've learned that lesson in a past life. So I'm not going to make it today. Let's see if we can get this file to do a little bit of the rest of that work. You get that little gunk off the tip of it. like that needs a knife, not a... It's too wide. I don't know that I should be as obsessed with the depth being the same all the way around. But I know ideally that's what you'd want. I don't know how necessarily I'd accomplish that. But I do know I need that heart clean. I need it to be a clean scenario. And maybe that's where I can bring in this other tool. I know I can get the shoulders of this clean and straight eventually. Just a sharper, smaller blade will get that. A little bit of time and attention, but I need... Round things tend to not go round on their own with straight tools. They just don't. First off, look at that little flap already off there. That's no good. Let's get him off. It's not going to be for precision work at all. That one might. And did you say that I need to tighten this little tip here? Is that like mushroom this out to hold the material on a little better? Yes, it can also mess up fast or go slow. Stones are for metal and stone ceramic, plastic. They don't work great with wood, so being cleaned out is because wood is so porous. Well, it's the same place you got that bit. There's a pointed one. It will do corners. Yeah, that's a good idea, Bad Dragon. Carrie Cruz says it really gunks up the bit. Can't seem to remember says I'm a fan of Beavercraft knives for woodworking. They are not too expensive and work well. I appreciate that. I am going to literally write that down so that I can investigate that later. Beavercraft, is that what you said? Yeah. Appreciate that. Mike is in the building. What's up, Mike? What's up, Mike? The video locked up on you. Maybe that was an optical illusion. I'm going to see what this thing does, just to see. Oh, that's nice, though. I like this. What up, Mike? We're just in here messing up some wood, man. We're just practicing right now. We want to do something on our... Oh, that might not be a bad way to go about it. What if we did like a... This little bitty tool demands a lot of personal time. Okay, that's not accurate. Dizam. Whew. But we are having some fun. We're figuring it out. Mike says he's just here for the mallet. All right, you go on any video and be like, yo, I want that mallet. You can even go on the one that I did the mallet thing on. Yeah, we are good, Mike. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. How you doing today, bro? The coffee is coffeeing. Delicioso. listen, I seriously and sincerely don't want to hold y'all up, right? But I am going to have to make a quick couple of phone calls. I have to make sure that my homeowner is confident and comfortable, because they are awaiting me in this truck the same way I am awaiting this truck, and it's been tripping for a couple of days now. So I'm going to make those phone calls, and two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to come back and start working on that, or I'm going to go outside and I'm going to build my my table, or I'm going to hop in the whip and go get my troca. But one of those things is going to happen pretty soon after I get back. But I'll check in with you before I do. Till then, holla back. West does it one time.